Hello Army, welcome back to my channel, and if you have been anywhere near Korean entertainment's social media in the past 24 hours, you already know that something completely unexpected and completely wonderful just dropped on YouTube. And if you somehow missed it, then you are about to have one of the best viewing experiences of your day, because today we are breaking down the Chu Seung Hun YouTube video that just went up featuring Jungkook and Jimin, and I need you to understand up front that nothing about this video is what you would expect, everything about it is perfect, and there is one specific moment involving Jungkook and an ear that has absolutely destroyed the internet in the best possible way. So let's get into every single detail of what happened in that JiminBang and why this video is already one of the most talked about pieces of BTS content of the entire Ararang comeback era. Let's go! First, for anyone who might not know who Chu Seung Hun is, let me give you the context because it actually makes the video so much richer when you understand the full picture of who this man is and what it means for him to be sitting in a JiminBang with Jungkook and Jimin. Chu Seung Hun is a broadcaster and former professional MMA fighter who is extremely well known in Korea. This is a man who has had an entire career in combat sports, who has been a public figure in Korea for decades, who has interviewed and interacted with countless celebrities across multiple industries. He is not someone who gets easily starstruck. He is not someone who loses his composure in a celebrity encounter. And yet when Chu Seung Hun describes meeting Jungkook and Jimin, the language he uses is the language of someone who has finally experienced something they have wanted for a long time. On his Instagram, he wrote, "I finally met you. It was a really special and wonderful time. It will be released on YouTube. Please look forward to it. I finally met you." That phrase, coming from a man of his stature, with his history, about Jungkook, that is a significant statement. And the video that followed that statement lived up to every single word of it. The full video was posted on April 2nd on Chu Seung Hun's official YouTube channel and is titled "The Day BTS Jungkook and Jimin Swim in the Year of Chu Seung Hun, Foot Sauna Healing Full Course." And if that title alone did not already tell you that this content was going to be unlike anything you had seen before in the Ararang comeback era, then the first 30 seconds of the video make that clear immediately. Because the setting is not a studio. It is not a press event. It is not a polished interview chair situation. Chu invited Jungkook, with whom he is very close, and his colleague Jimin, and the three enjoyed a Korean-style charcoal kiln JiminBang and a pork belly eating session while having a candid conversation. A charcoal kiln sauna, followed by pork belly. This is arguably the most Korean possible combination of activities, and the fact that it involves two of the most globally famous people in the world sitting in sauna attire sweating it out and then eating pork belly together is so endearing that it actually hurts a little. From the very first moments of the video, the energy between the three of them is unmistakably genuine. Chu called Jungkook Gugu, showing his closeness, and to Jimin, whom he was meeting for the first time, he said, Jimmy, let us go with Jijang, setting a nickname and easing the awkwardness. The nicknames. The immediacy of the nickname. Chu Seung Hun is the kind of person who establishes warmth through giving someone a nickname, and the way he handled meeting Jimin for the first time, immediately creating a nickname, immediately dissolving any potential awkwardness, immediately treating him like someone he has known for years rather than someone he is encountering for the first time in a sauna, is one of the most charming things about this whole video. And Jimin's response to being called Jimmy and getting the Jijang nickname is the specific brand of Jimin warmth that fans recognize immediately, the genuine smile, the slight surprise, the immediate ease. He was comfortable within seconds. Then came one of the first genuinely funny moments of the video. While loosening up in the heat of the charcoal kiln, Jungkook, looking at the solid muscles of Chu, could not help but exclaim, "Hyung, your thighs, your glutes, your body are really great." In response, Chu turned the place into laughter with a bold remark, "These days I do not even wear underwear." Now, take a moment. Jungkook, who is himself one of the most physically impressive people in the global entertainment industry, is complimenting a former MMA fighter's physique in a sauna. And the response he gets is, "These days I do not even wear underwear." The absolute lack of filter, the immediate escalation from genuine compliment to completely unhinged overshare, that is the specific chemistry that makes this video work from the opening minutes. Jungkook's reaction to that statement, the specific expression he made in the heat of a charcoal sauna after receiving that information about Chu Seung Hun's underwear habits, is something that fans have been screenshotting and posting with increasingly chaotic energy for the past several hours. But the moment that the entire internet has been losing its mind over, the moment that the video was essentially named after, the moment that is in every clip and every reaction post and every fan account post today, is the ear cleaning moment. And to understand why it is so perfect, you need to hear how it was proposed. The highlight was an unusual proposal from Choo. Choo said, "There is one thing I want to do for someone I really like," and offered Jungkook and Jimin an ear cleaning. To the flustered members, Choo persuaded them by saying it was the feeling of love parents used to give us. There is one thing I want to do for someone I really like. That is the setup. That is how a former MMA fighter and veteran broadcaster initiated an ear cleaning session with two of the most famous musicians on the planet in a JiminBang. And the way Jungkook and Jimin processed that request, the visible fluster, the surprise, the moment of recalibrating their understanding of where this afternoon was going, is the specific comedic gold that this kind of unscripted, genuine interaction produces. In the end, Jimin and Jungkook, in turn, lay down, using the firm thigh of Choo as a pillow, and entrusted their ears to him. Jimin entrusted his ear first. Though flustered, he lay quietly on the thigh of Choo and received the ear cleaning. Jimin lying on the thigh of Chu Seung Hun in a JiminBang getting his ears cleaned. This is a sentence that exists in the year 2026, in the context of one of the most successful K-pop comebacks in history, and it is one of the most purely joyful pieces of content that BTS has been involved in during this entire era. Because it is just so human. So completely unpretentious. So entirely removed from any version of Jimin that exists on a stage or in a magazine or in a Netflix documentary. This is just a person, in a sauna, letting a friend clean his ears. And somehow that is everything. Then it was Jungkook's turn. And this is where Chu Seung Hun delivered the line of the entire video. After checking the inside of the ear of Jungkook, Choo said, "Wow, there is nothing. It is really clean," and admired, "Even the insides of the ears of BTS are clean. Even the insides of the ears of BTS are clean." This is now a sentence that exists in the world. And the fact that it came from the mouth of Chu Seung Hun, a man who has competed in professional combat sports and who brings zero pretension to any situation, makes it somehow even funnier and even more perfect. He was genuinely impressed. He genuinely expected to find something. And he genuinely did not. And his vocal admiration for the cleanliness of Jungkook's ears is the specific energy of this video captured in a single moment. Then the members cleaned the ears of Choo. Jungkook and Jimin said, "Come to think of it, we have never cleaned the ears of our father." And this is where the tone shifts slightly, because that sentence, "we have never cleaned the ears of our father," carries a small weight of genuine reflection inside all the laughter. Because here are two people who have been away from their families for extended periods, who have spent years in military service and in practice rooms and on stages and in recording studios, and who in the middle of a completely absurd JiminBang ear cleaning moment paused to think about their fathers. That is a small and beautiful thing. And it is entirely in keeping with who Jungkook and Jimin are, people whose warmth and sincerity surface even in the most unexpected contexts. Facing the camera, Choo joked, "Worldwide Army, are you jealous?" Yes. The answer is yes. Worldwide Army is absolutely jealous. Worldwide Army has been posting about how jealous they are for the past several hours with increasing emotional intensity. Worldwide Army would like nothing more than to be in that charcoal kiln JiminBang eating pork belly and having their ears cleaned by Chu Seung Hun while Jungkook and Jimin are also there. And Chu Seung Hun knew exactly what he was doing when he looked at that camera and asked that question. He has been a broadcaster long enough to know when he has content gold in front of him. But the video was not just chaos and ear cleaning and underwear revelations. Over pork belly after the sauna, because yes, obviously they ate pork belly, this is Korean content and pork belly is the natural conclusion to any sauna session. The three of them had a conversation about teamwork and longevity that is genuinely one of the most insightful things any BTS member has said publicly about how this group has lasted as long as it has. Jimin answered about the key to their teamwork. The most important thing is that it is okay to fight, but conversation seems the most important. Since our trainee days, if two of us ever traded blows and fought, we all gathered that day and talked through who did what and why. That is a profound statement about group dynamics from someone who has been in one of the most scrutinized and most successful group relationships in the history of popular music. It is not about avoiding conflict. It is not about maintaining a polished surface of harmony. It is about the conversation. The willingness to sit down together on the same day and talk through what happened and why. That is the actual infrastructure of how BTS has survived everything it has survived. Jungkook continued, consideration is important, but it seems we tried more to understand. It is about recognizing that this person and I are different people. Recognizing that this person and I are different people. That is Jungkook offering, in the most casual and unpremeditated context imaginable, sweaty, eating pork belly, having just had his ears cleaned, one of the most sophisticated observations about interpersonal relationships that you could ask for. Not tolerance. Not simply being nice to people. But genuine recognition of difference as the starting point of understanding. He is describing the philosophical foundation of how 7 people with 7 completely different personalities and 7 completely different artistic visions have managed to be in a room together for over a decade and keep creating. And he said it between bites of pork belly and a jimjilbang. That is Jungkook. Jimin added, now, even by the way someone breathes, we know what he is thinking, and we can tell whether he is in a good mood today or not, revealing the deep trust among the members that has continued for over 10 years. Even by the way someone breathes. That is 12 years of living together, practicing together, performing together, fighting together, and choosing each other over and over, compressed into a single sentence about breathing. You do not arrive at that level of knowing someone by accident. You arrive there by having the difficult conversations. By gathering on the same day 2 people fight. By recognizing that the other person is a different person and choosing to understand them anyway. By cleaning each other's ears in a sauna and eating pork belly and talking honestly about the things that actually matter. The video also contains some genuinely fascinating behind-the-scenes information about the making of Ararang that fans have been hungry for. Jimin revealed, we made 100 songs, sharing that they selected 14 songs out of approximately 100 created over 2 months and recorded them in Korea. Jungkook added behind-the-scenes details from the song camp, describing how they were completely immersed in song production. As soon as I woke up, I went to the gym, came back, ate, washed up, and left right away to keep making songs, then ate and slept. 100 songs. They made 100 songs and chose 14. That context reframes everything about how Ararang sounds, the polish, the cohesion, the sense of an album that knows exactly what it is, because you are hearing the best 14 out of 100. You are hearing the most distilled version of what BTS created during those 2 months in Los Angeles. And the daily routine Jungkook described, gym, eat, music, eat, sleep, repeat, is simultaneously the most disciplined and the most monastic way you could possibly spend 2 months, and it explains everything about the quality of what ended up on the record. When Chu Seung Hun asked about their diet, Jungkook said, we ate well back then. Jimin added, we ate what we wanted and started dieting after returning to Korea. As for their specific diet approach, they said they drank a lot of water and mainly ate a low-carb, low-fat, high-protein diet, including meat. Jimin shared his struggles with weight management, saying, I've tried not eating much before, but I don't think I can do that anymore. That only worked when I was younger. We ate well back then. The complete freedom from dietary restriction during the creative process, and then the discipline of returning to Korea and immediately adjusting. It is such a relatable pattern, do the creative work with full energy and full calories, and then handle the aesthetic requirements after. And Jimin's honesty about the fact that he can no longer get away with the extreme restriction strategies he used when he was younger is the kind of candid self-awareness that fans genuinely appreciate, and that makes him so much more real and so much more human than the version of him that exists in a spotlighted Gwangwoman. What this entire video, from start to finish, represents is something that the Ararang era has been building toward in its content strategy since the comeback began. BTS has been touring major YouTube channels in time for the release of their new album. In addition to solo appearances and group unit appearances across various channels, Jimin and Jungkook together chose Chu Seung Hun's channel, the program that they usually enjoy or have a close relationship with. It is meaningful in that the members selected programs based on personal connection rather than purely promotional calculation. They chose the channels they actually watch. The people they actually know. The contexts that feel genuinely comfortable. And the Chu Seung Hun Jimjilbang is the purest expression of that principle, because you do not agree to have your ears cleaned in a charcoal sauna on camera unless you actually trust and like the person who was holding the ear cleaning tool. And that is the thing that this video, in all its beautiful absurdity, ultimately communicates about Jungkook. The man who performed in front of 260,000 people at Gwangwonmun. The man whose voice is being called better than the studio version. The man who is on government surveys as one of the most influential cultural figures across 5 continents. That man also lies down on the thigh of a former MMA fighter in a gymjilbang and lets him clean his ears. And then reflects on the fact that he has never cleaned the ears of his own father. And then eats pork belly and talks about understanding people who are different from you. He is all of those things simultaneously, completely, and without contradiction. And that is why, 7 days before the Ararang World Tour begins and the next chapter of this story unfolds, a video of Jungkook getting his ears cleaned in a sauna is the piece of content that has everyone talking. Because it is real. And real, in 2026, is everything. Hello Army, thank you so much for watching this all the way to the end. If this video made you smile or made you want to immediately go watch the Chu Seung Hun Jimjilbang video in full, which you absolutely should if you have not already, please hit that like button because it genuinely helps this channel reach more people who deserve to know about Jungkook's extremely clean ears. Subscribe if you are not already here because the world tour starts in 7 days and the content is only going to get better from here. Hit the bell so you never miss a thing. And drop a comment below, what was your reaction to the ear cleaning moment? I need to know exactly how you felt. I will see you in the next one. Bye Army.